June 17, 2025. A day that Indonesia will not easily forget. In the early hours of the morning, Mount Lewotobi, one of the most restless volcanoes in the archipelago, gave vent to one of the most violent eruptions in recent years. A column of volcanic ash suddenly rose for over 11 kilometers, darkening the sky and transforming the landscape into an apocalyptic nightmare. A terrifying roar tore through the silence, bouncing between the valleys and the towns at the foot of the volcano. The population found itself in chaos, between sirens, screams, and a sky that seemed on the verge of collapse. Mount Lewotobi erupted with terrifying force. Indonesian authorities responded immediately. The volcanic alert was raised to the maximum level. Monitoring centers had already detected an intense surge in seismic activity in the previous hours, but nothing suggested such a fury. In just 2 hours, over 50 events related to the eruption were recorded, more than 5 times the daily average. An out-of-control situation that caught many unprepared. Emergency forces went into action without wasting time. Residents closest to the crater were immediately asked to leave their homes or take refuge indoors. The exclusion zone around the volcano was extended to a radius of 8 kilometers. Local authorities distributed thousands of protective masks to avoid inhaling fine dust, which is highly dangerous for the lungs. Public warnings continued to flood in. Beware of ash, but also of the risk of lava flows and lahars, the devastating rivers of volcanic mud that form when rain mixes with incandescent debris. The ash column was spotted from more than 100 kilometers away. The sky, once clear, became a dark gray blanket. In the surrounding villages, ash rain-covered roofs, roads, and forests with a thick blanket of dust. Visibility was drastically reduced. The air became heavy, laden with the pungent smell of sulfur. Many residents tried to cover their wells and water sources, fearing contamination. Meanwhile, airport authorities were sounding the alarm. Although no flights were canceled immediately, the ash cloud reached the altitudes covered by international flights. Numerous planes were diverted or landed as a precaution. Mount Lewotobi is no stranger to similar explosions. In the past few months, in March and May, there have been smaller eruptions, but the one on June 17th marked a leap in scale. For the height of the ash column, the frequency of the booms, and the speed of the events, it is an exceptional eruption. Scientists feared it. The signs were there: thermal anomalies, tremors, and a constant increase in gases detected near the crater. Yet, the exact moment of the eruption remained unpredictable until the last second. Monitoring teams are still operational, using satellite images, drones, and chemical sensors to collect data in the field. The magma, according to the measurements, had been pushing to the surface for several days already. And while the instruments recorded the intensification of the phenomena, local communities began to be alerted. But no one expected such an escalation in a few hours. Over 5,000 people had to leave their homes in a hurry. The authorities set up emergency shelters, providing food, drinking water, and medical assistance. Schools closed, public transportation interrupted, markets empty. Life has stopped, suspended in a limbo of fear and uncertainty. Many, with their eyes turned to the volcano, fear that the worst is yet to come. And in fact, the danger persists. With tropical rains on the way, the risk of lahars increases exponentially. Rivers could transform into rivers of burning mud, capable of wiping out entire villages in a matter of minutes. Authorities are asking those who live near slopes and waterways to be extremely careful. A storm is enough to transform the accumulated ash into a death trap. The environment is also paying the price. Vegetation is covered in ash, wildlife has dispersed, and agriculture is completely paralyzed. The eruption of Mount Lewotobi is a dramatic reminder of the power of nature. In just a few moments, the Earth can shake, explode, and disrupt the lives of thousands of people. Now, Indonesia is looking to the future with apprehension. Will the volcano soon go back to sleep? Or is this just the first of a new series of eruptions? One thing is certain, the population will be left holding its breath, ready to flee again if the mountain were to roar again. Thank you so much for joining us on World Catastrophes. If you found this video interesting, leave a like to support us, subscribe to the channel to receive new content, and share it with someone who might appreciate it. See you in the next video.